Hello everybody, welcome back to Hidden Harvest with Liz. Today we're going to be taking a peek around the garden, and we have got a recent harvest of our onions, so we're going to take a peek at that, and we're going to talk about what's going to be going into that spot right afterwards, because we are going to be doing some succession sowing here in the garden. So let's hop into it. Alright, so far we have got this area right here has already been replanted. This had our red onions. They didn't do so well, I'll show them guys in a minute, but we have got ourselves some tomatoes going in. These are Romas. And then we have got these tomatoes right here. Huge harvest. Some of the bulbs are kind of small, but good harvest nonetheless. I'll be gathering these guys up today, dusting them off, and taking them to go dry, and I'll be putting in a whole new bed of tomatoes here. Plus, later on today, I will finally be planting out this spot right here, which is where my honey nut squash is going to be going. At least I think it's honey nut squash, possibly. And I'm hoping that right over here at the end of this bed, I should be able to fit some pumpkins here, but we're going to find out. So far, the garden is going pretty well. I have still got some issues going on with my peppers, but someone recommended that maybe it is a calcium deficiency of some sort, that it might be a calcium deficiency. So I've ordered some bone meal, which will also help with their root system right now, because I'm not sure exactly what's going on with them, but it's a work in progress. I am sure there are probably at least a couple of people asking how the chicken coop is going, how the chickens are doing. Right now they're doing very well. They actually tried their chicken run yesterday, just a little bit, because it's not completely 100% done in. We do have a good deal of the fence-in area done, but we also have to shore it up, put the extra topping on it, and then of course cover the whole top part with netting, because we do have hawks around here, so that's the thing. But let's go inside and check out the chickens themselves. Hello guys. Hey Alpha. You cannot come outside. Not this side. Not this side. Other side. Don't beat the hands that feed you. Okay, you guys are going to start trying to come out. Right now we're in the greenhouse, which has kind of become like a stowaway for all of the tools for the chicken house. And we'll eventually get all this stuff cleaned up whenever we're done with the chicken house. But right now, I have got my garlic over here that's trying to dry off a little bit before I take it in. I've got some new blueberries that are going in. And I've got my green onions. Well, not my green onions. My red onions. And I'm just going to put a pallet here to put my white onions. So I need to go get that. Okay, that's the last of them. Oh my goodness. All right, so what we've got to, whoops. What we've got to do is spread them all out so they can dry out. There we go. That is the onion harvest for 2024. Given that I've never actually grown onions, I'm excited about that. I would like to see a better harvest next year, but I'm excited with this. It's going to be very fun trying to figure out what to do with all of them. But I'm excited. Now, what we got to do is prep that bed, amend it a little bit, and then get some tomatoes planted. Okay, first things first, let's go ahead and move our mulch aside. I'm going to pull it straight off the bed over here. There we go. And then, because I know that this bed is slightly compacted, I'm going to go ahead and aerate the soil a little bit as well before I put the tomatoes in here. There we go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this in and then mix it around while I loosen up the soil. Now, this compost tea is a combination of a bit of chicken poop, it's a bit of fish emulsion from a fertilizer that I got, not much, and then a whole bunch of different plants from around the yard. And it's been fermenting, I don't know, about 3 weeks. I'll actually take you guys back there and show you my setup. Just a minute. Let's put this in there and let it set for a second. Then I'll take you back there. Now I do have this watered down. It is about, I don't know, 1/4 of a cup to, what is this, 3 gallons? 5 gallons. I didn't fill it up all the way, so I would say maybe about 3 gallons of it. So about 1/4 of a cup of compost tea to about 3 gallons of water. Right here is the compost tea. I've actually got another one of these gallons, possibly, well, 35 gallons going in, hopefully. And basically all I did was take this top off and I put all kinds of stuff in it. Grass clippings from the yard, certain plants that I knew of their good values, like a whole bunch of clover, things like that. And some of the plants that were actually from my garden that had finished out, and I put them in here. Then I took, I don't know, a couple of spoonfuls of AgroThrive, which is like a fish type of fertilizer, and I put that in here. And then I put a little bit of chicken fertilizer in here as well, which was like just chicken poop, really. And I let it sit here for a while. That's pretty strong stuff right there. So I let it sit for a little while, and I drain it out of here and add a bit of water to it. And that's really all it is just composted junk from the yard. Not junk, but you know what I mean. And water added to it. So that's what compost tea was. Okay, that has sat for a minute. Let me grab a couple of tools. There we go. See, that's kind of what I was worried about. I was afraid that because I didn't fully mix some of this stuff in. Yeah, I did not want to bring up the leaf layer. I actually wanted the leaf layer to stay there. My bad. I didn't mix this top layer in with the soil. I was kind of afraid of what that meant for the plants. Yeah, I think I'm digging too deep here. So you can distinctly see the layers of soil that I have. I had some fertilizer and then the Georgia Ray clay sitting here. And the problem is the water would hit the surface, drain down a little bit, hit the top of the clay, and then roll off. So it wasn't really going deep as I would have liked. And I need to rebury my leaf layer back underneath here. Because that's supposed to lock in moisture. I don't want that on top. Get back under there. I don't want to take this, turning it over too close to my other tomato plant. I don't want to accidentally uproot it. That's pretty good. It's a bit more disturbance than I would have liked, but I did get the soil turned over. And I'll be honest with you. How the hell? Okay. That probably stopped something or another growing. Anyway, I'll be honest with you. The soil is looking better than I would have expected after a partial season of growth. There we go. We got all of that compost tea mixed in deep with the soil, so it shouldn't just sit on the surface and not do anything for our plants. It's one of the biggest things about using the clay is making sure it gets properly mixed in with something to help break it up. Otherwise you wind up with big clumps like this. All that stuff. I see worms. Sorry. Go back in here. That's fine. My bad. Did not actually want to disturb all of you. I was not expecting to have to dig down that deep in order to flip it, but it's fine. Okay, now we're going to get our tomatoes planted, and I'm going to try and keep them to this side of the bed so I can use this end of the bed for hopefully pumpkins, if I can get them to germinate. I have got 8 plants. Most of these are, I'm pretty sure, are Romas. If I'm not mistaken, these 4 are Romas. And then I've got some bush stakes and some baby boomers. I've never tried growing any of these, and they are looking very, very pitiful. They have been in here a long time waiting for places to go. So I think I'm going to do these guys since I don't know how they're going to go, and I'll do the Romas over here because I kind of know what to expect. Make sure I break that ground up really, really good. Yeah, because I still got some clumps. And take a little bit of this compost tea. Put it in there. then hope these guys survive, because these guys have been waiting for a place to go for a long time. Now, this is going to be my second round of Romas. And I'm kind of wondering, if I did the math, would I potentially be able to get a third round? The compost tea is rich, I'm telling you. I hope it's not so strong that it burns these roots. I don't think it would be. I diluted it a lot. But it is pretty strong. It's pretty stout. There we go. All right, those guys are done. And I placed those pretty far apart. Now these guys, let me see, we've got baby boomers, which are supposed to be a medium size. And then the bush steak could probably go here, and then the pumpkin can go here, which is still gonna have some big leaves, but should trail off that way. And I could scoot them right up to this point. Hopefully all of these guys survive. I have no idea. I've never tried to keep these guys in pots like that before. And I think that should be enough room for those. I turn the leaves over into this area. I hope it doesn't steal any nitrogen. It might well do, but gonna have to go with what we got though. There we go. Push it down because I did put a whole lot of air into the soil. I don't want my roots trying to grow into air. It's not gonna work very well. Don't forget the juice. A little juice bottle. I hope this works, guys. I've never actually made compost tea. I'm not sure how strong I made it. Or hell, even if it even sat long enough, to be fair. I have no idea. There we go. All of those guys are planted. Now I just need to go get some seeds and get the 2 seeds planted, and we are done for the day. Okay, right quick, what we're gonna do, okay, I think these are actually a bush variety, and these should be a vining variety that I want to have climb here. I was expecting these to also be a vine. I think I have a place for these. Okay, so we're gonna do the honey nut squash here. I did try and plant some cucumbers along this trellis. I was figuring whenever the cucumbers finished up or whatever, I would put in the squash, but the ones on this side just did not live. I'm not sure why. I'm assuming something came by and ate it. That is 5 seeds. All right, let's do just a couple extra, just in case. And I've got a few more that I can start into a pot. Back over here, we're gonna try for pumpkins. I've never actually tried to grow pumpkins before. It's probably gonna be a frequent thing that I say. I haven't tried growing nearly anything. I usually just stick to tomatoes and peppers and just see what happens. Where did I put my shovel? I'm trying really hard to get all of this stuff done well ahead of the heat that's coming. Way too many leaves. I hope that does not interfere with what I'm trying to do here. Okay. These are called Connecticut Field. They're one of the ones that was inside the batch of seeds that was given to me, and I have no idea how they're going to grow in this area. But I've got the seeds. Okay. Just toss them anywhere. It's fine. I will likely have to thin these guys out. And I'm not nipping the tips or anything else like that, so they'll germinate when they germinate. Doubt very seriously I need to put this over seeds, but it's what I got on hand, so it's what's going on top of it. This stuff smells like straight cow manure. There's no cow manure in it. I would assume that probably means it's exceptionally high in nitrogen, which may not be a good thing. I ran inside to grab seeds and left the glove inside that I was using just a minute ago, which is where most of my gloves wind up being. There we go. The new bed is planted out. Same day the old one came out. Right here. And it does say it's good for compact areas, so let me just throw one over here. See how it does. This is actually supposed to be the area where I have my turmeric, but I'm pretty sure they didn't survive. Which means it's a perfect look. Hi. My bad. Big worm. Here, stay in there. There we go. All right, we'll see if that sprouts up. Now, celery might actually do something. It might actually do something. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. There's so much traffic on the highway today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the day. Thank you for coming along with me whilst I was doing a bit of bed turnover and a bit of planting. I will see you guys next week. You have a wonderful day. If not, and you stay shiny. Bye.